This is exactly what I would do if I was purchasing a home in Sacramento in 2026. I would not start with Zillow. I wouldn't chase the perfect house. I would not presume that the market operated in the same manner it did 5 years ago, because 2026 is not going to be a boom market. It's a fact that most people don't want to hear. Nor is it going to crash. The people that are going to win in the 2026 market, they are the most deliberate. Therefore, I want to take you step by step through what I would do if I was purchasing a house anywhere in the Sacramento area in 2026. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny Lau, your friend in real estate here in Davis, California. If you're thinking about making a move anywhere in Davis, Woodland, Sacramento, I'd love to be your realtor of choice. Let's jump in. Step 1, I would stop asking, what can I afford? Instead, I would ask, what can I hold? Most buyers start with affordability. That's fair, but I would start with durability. Because in 2026, the biggest risk is not overpaying for $10,000. The bigger risk here is buying something that doesn't fit your life for the next 5, 7, 10 years. So the first question I will ask myself is this: can I comfortably hold on to this home if interest rates stay higher for longer, if my income fluctuates, if I end up having triplets? That means I'd run my numbers conservatively, not just what the lender can approve for me, not what I can stretch to, but more like payments that I can handle without extra stress, tax paying that you don't resent, and then, any maintenance items that come up, you won't ignore. Because the buyers who regret purchasing in 2026 are not going to be the ones who pay too much. They're going to be the one who bought something that made their lives smaller. Step 2, if I was buying in 2026, I wouldn't chase the best city. I would hunt for the best pockets. Because in this region, value lives at the neighborhood level, not a city level. I'll be looking for places that have stable ownership occupancy, boring but predictable appreciation, schools and amenities people already rely on. And then there's also no massive speculative hype. That's why you see buyers winning in specific parts of Woodland, older established parts of Natomas, selected pockets of West Sac, pockets of Elk Grove as well, that a lot of people tend to overlook. Not because these places are trendy, but they are the steady workhorses. In 2026, boring is beautiful. Step 3, I'd let inventory work for me. That's important. In 2021, inventory was the enemy. In 2026, inventory is information. If I was buying it this year, I would pay close attention to how long homes are sitting on the market, which price points are stacking up, and then where sellers are blinking. Because the longer days on the market doesn't mean something is wrong, they just means that the leverage is back in your hands as a buyer. I'd look for homes that miss the spring frenzy, sellers who already bought elsewhere and is looking to liquidate, properties that are okay, but not everything with a bag of chips, where you need to put in some work. These are the deals that don't, go viral, but they're the ones that create breathing room for you as a buyer. Step 4, I would be emotionally flexible on the house as well, but not the location. This one is tough. Most buyers do the opposite. They're flexible on the location, but emotionally attached to the house. In 2026, I'd flip that. I'd lock in the location first. Commute, lifestyle, school, long-term livability, and then I'd loosen my grip on countertops, paint colors, weird bathrooms, weird carpets, because finishes are temporary. Location is not. The buyers who are going to win in this market are the ones willing to say, well, this is not my dream house now, but it is in the right place. 5 years later, it usually becomes their favorite decision. Step 5, I use time as a negotiation tool. This is what most buyers forget. In 2026, sellers don't just care about the price, they care also about the terms and the certainty. So if I was buying, I would use flexible closing timelines, clean contingencies, and then realistic offers with strong terms. I wouldn't go crazy lowball just to see what would happen, but I also wouldn't rush. When the right property is here, you make a reasonable offer at a price that you think is justifiable, and that's when magic happens. Time pressure has shifted. The power now comes from being patient while staying ready. Here's a final thought. I'd stop trying to time Sacramento and try to belong here. The best buyers I work with right now aren't asking, are we at a bottom? They're asking, does this place support the life I'm building? And that's the mindset that wins. No matter what rates do or how developments open up, if I was buying a home in Sacramento in 2026, I wouldn't chase that. I would chase alignment with your own life. As always, my name is Danny Lau, your friend in real estate here in Davis, California. If you're thinking about making a move anywhere in Davis, Woodland, or Sacramento, I'd love to be your realtor of choice. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.